Are your kitchen and bathroom way overdue for a remodel? Well, I got the guy for you. Call John Sellers at First Response Contracting, 484-256-7136. Both residential and commercial services, and he's licensed and insured. Call him at 484-256-7136. First Response Contracting. Hello, this is Brad Weisman. You're listening to Real Estate and You. We are back in the studio with more awesome information. This show actually happens to be about real estate, which is pretty good. This guy here is somebody who comes into our office pretty often, and he talks about this product that we really need to talk about. There's not many inspections being done today. And with that being said, it gets a little scary because we don't know what what's in the house. So instead of doing an inspection, we are doing home warranties. So Matt Fellin is here from America's Home Preferred, right? Home Preferred?
America's Preferred
Home Warranty. There we go. Yeah. You know, it's funny. When I wrote my notes, I actually literally wrote down America's Preferred Home Warranty. Yeah, this is why.
We'll get it right.
Yeah, this is why maybe I shouldn't write things out. I should just go with it, right, Hugo?
That's right. That's
right. See, Hugo always agrees with everything I say, so I love having him around. So
That's right.
You're doing home warranties,
correct?
And you're doing a lot of them now, I bet.
We are. We've been very important we've always been important, but in the changes with the market, with so many inspections being waived along the way, even with the inspection, there's no crystal ball that down the road, couple months in, towards the end of the year, that not going to have a problem of product failure that we could help out with.
Yeah. And so let's just explain let's just get it right out. What is a home warranty? What is this? People get confused. It's not insurance. Yep. Has nothing to do with, like Hugo had said to me, is this what I need for the bank? Or it's not private home mortgage insurance and not any of that. This is a completely different elected type warranty. So explain what it is.
Yeah. So we're important there. I use the analogy a lot of, like, a used house is like a used car.
Yeah.
Products fail, things go wrong, power steering pumps go out. So a lot of folks don't want a used car without a warranty. They really shouldn't want a used house without a warranty.
Right.
So we're in place for product failures. Again, like you said, we're not homeowners insurance. Tree falls on a roof and damages the house. You're going to use your homeowners for that. Yeah. We're for products that fail. Things like dishwashers, hot water heaters, bigger stuff like central air. We have septic and well pump coverage. So 25 products that we offer coverage on for a buyer. A little bit of a shorter list for seller, but a lot of power on the listing side too.
Okay, so let's go there. You said there's a lot for the buyer, but what's on there for seller? So because this is the part that always amazed me, is that you don't pay for the policy until settlement.
Correct.
That's the way it still is.
Yes.
If there's anything I say it's wrong, just let me know I'm wrong. Because sometimes I do say things, they're not correct. And then we use the 8 ball to find out what's really happening, okay?
8 ball knows.
That's right, especially the red one. So let's go into that. So there's some things that are covered for the seller, but they haven't even been paid for this thing yet.
Correct. So it's very powerful to have it on the listing side, because we have a list of things for the seller that they can claim on with us.
Right.
They also get to use their own licensed contractors, we'll talk about a bit here, if they do have a claim, which is a huge value for that homeowner.
Big time.
We also entitle that seller to up to $1,000 in legal coverage. If they get sued by the buyer for up to 2 years post-sale, we can potentially help them out with like $1,000 in attorney fees for free, just because we're on the listing.
Right.
And then the big thing is the warranty transfers to the buyer for free at closing.
Yeah.
The buyer picks up 25 products. There's $25,000 between all the products, sealing a maximum on each product. Some things covered, some things not. But aggregate combined, $25,000 for them to claim on. That for the seller, that really helps take them out of the transaction after the sale, because something goes wrong for that buyer. You're handing them a free home warranty with 25 products. They're going to probably come to the home warranty company, not back at the seller. So it helps take that seller out of the transaction. Yeah. National Association of Realtors tells us, too, that houses normally get more money for that listing when there's an advertised warranty on the MLS. It's like that used car is going to get more money with an advertised warranty on it, too. So a lot of power there.
Well, it's funny is I'm not a warranty guy, but if somebody's paying for it for me, I'm in.
Yeah.
Seriously. But on this kind of situation now too, let's go back to what I said in the beginning was we're in a market where people aren't doing inspections, and we never thought we'd be here. And we're probably going to go back to inspections over the next year, I think, as things start to go back to normal. But if you were going to spend $600 on an inspection, I suggest you spend $600 on a warranty, And then what's nice about that, even if you did have an inspection, the thing about an inspection, we talked about this the other day, it's a snapshot in history. It's basically saying the day I was there, everything worked. Okay. We all know mechanical things. You can have a brand new car, brand new AC, brand new anything. The next day or the next week, it could fail. It's a mechanical item.
It's true.
So that's what I think is huge with the warranty, is that it's a year of not worrying about the hot water heater, worrying about the AC or whatever going out. So
it's definite peace of mind there for them. And yes, you're correct. With an inspection, inspector stands there and says, hey, today everything looks good. It doesn't mean in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. I mean, our coverage for that buyer is for a full year.
Yeah.
That a product isn't going to fail. And our prices are very nominal for the coverage that they get. And, of course, being able to use their own contractor. We do not require a home inspection for our plans, for our warranties.
That's the thing I want to bring. Let's say that again. So a lot of people ask that question, Matt. They'll say, hey, okay, great, I'm going to get this warranty, but they're going to go out and inspect the house, and then they're not going to cover half the things on their list because those things are older.
Yeah, so you said two things there. We don't inspect the house as a home warranty company.
Okay.
The buyer or seller agrees they want it on. The agent places the order with us, and it's put on. Just order it.
Yeah.
Because we don't come out and say, okay, well, let us look at the house now and see what kind of shape this place is in. No, just put it on. There's coverage. And then we do not require the owner to do a home inspection to validate the plan.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, that's like what you're saying there earlier. It's so important if they're passing on a home inspection and there's not one done. Well, that used house is even a bigger question mark than if there was an inspection. You better have something in your hand, a home warranty. And we even have a little more premier plan for a buyer that gets them more products within the products eligible to claim on, gives them their best opportunity to have an approved claim. And it's, $600.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's give a range here, just because we can talk a little bit about price, and we're not going to hold you to anything, obviously, but you have a nice brochure, has all the information. So what are we looking at? What's the least expensive policy?
Yeah. So really there's 3 price points. We try to keep it very easy for agents.
We like easy.
Keep it simple. Keep things moving. Easy to do business with. So for single family home, $499 starting price that has the 25 product list and the 25,000 aggregate between them. That carries a $100 deductible per claim. Now there's also a choice at $535 with only a $50 deductible per claim. And then you can go up to that premier plan, which is $695. So that gets the list of 25 products. And then within those products, we give more pieces in there, more
stuff that's covered.
Yeah, more products within the products.
Because like an HVAC system, I mean, there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Good example. So
right?
If that premier plan or the buyer's preferred upgrade, which is included, is put on there, if that gets worked on, your central air and the Freon or the Puron, the refrigerant needs refilled, right?
Expensive.
It's expensive. That stuff's like $140 per pound.
Per pound, yeah, I know that.
Most systems are taking 3 to 5 pounds. We pay completely to refill the refrigerant in the system if it gets worked on.
Yeah.
So that's where that premier plan is.
That's a big deal.
Even with an inspection, I recommend that a lot of times. And it carries the lowest deductible of only $50 per claim.
Amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. There you go, Hugo.
That's right. No, that's very good.
Pretty good stuff, right?
Yeah, no, that's very good.
Yeah, it's awesome. So let's go back to one of the things that always blows my mind. We touched on this a little bit was, okay, I'm the seller. This doesn't happen too often right now in this market, but I have the property at 123 Main Street. It's on the market. I decided, you know what, I'm really worried about the dishwasher or whatever. I'm worried about something going, and I'm just going to get this coverage, then I'm going to transfer it over to the buyer. Turns out, have it on the market. For some reason, I can't sell it. I'm like, screw it. I'm taking it off the market. I can't find a house. What do I pay for if something got covered?
If it's on the market, and let's use hot water heater. Water heaters hate it when a sign, a for sale sign, gets kicked in the yard, and hot water heaters seem to.
Why is it always the hot water heater that gets picked on?
I don't know. It happened to me when I bought my house. I was doing a walkthrough, and they're down there with a mop around. I'm just like, I'll deal with it, whatever.
Yeah.
So seller coverage is on, and maybe a problem with the hot water heater that they come to us and we do a claim for, and we pay out $300 towards their problem to fix that hot water heater.
Cool. And
then something happens in the family maybe, and they have to take the house off the market and it doesn't close. The warranty can be canceled. Nobody owes us for it, whether the agent is paying for it and putting it on or the seller. we want to be on that listing.
Yeah.
So there's no risk. There's just benefit to having it on the listing.
See, that's huge.
And it's like 2 warranties for the price of one. I want to be clear about that.
Yeah.
If it's put on the listing and seller or agent's paying for it, there's one cost. It's $499. It does go into closing costs. We don't want it paid ahead of time.
Yeah, right.
And if the house doesn't close, it could be canceled.
Yeah, right. There you go. Amazing. See, that's awesome. All right, so let's go back to why should I get okay, we talked about why we should get the home warranty. Okay. Why wouldn't somebody get a home warranty? Like, why wouldn't they get it? Is there anybody that says, oh, I don't want to get it because of a certain reason? I mean, what's your biggest pushback? What do you hear?
Well, probably it depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Whether it's coming from the client or from agents. Sometimes it's just cost preventive.
Yeah.
Because these buyers are paying so much for the homes, and the interest rates are a little bit higher. They're not crazy high. They're higher than they have been, as we know. And they're just, using all their funds, and they just say,
just don't have it.
Another $695 or another $500 for the warranty. I'm just going to take my chance and go without it. Or maybe they don't understand what it is or isn't. They don't see it as, it's similar than a warranty on a used car. So it's usually things like that. Sometimes it's from an agent that's had a bad experience with our competition, maybe.
Yeah. And you know why?
It's a little bit soured.
One of the things that I've heard before, and you can tell me, you guys are different. I used to get a lot of pushback because they would call, when they had the warranty, the other companies, your competition, well, they're not competition, obviously, then, right? But the other companies would basically say, all right, yep, you got the warranty, but when something happens, you got to call this 1-800 number, and we use our own contractors. You cannot bring your own contractor. You cannot use your own contractor. We're going to find somebody out there that decided they would work for us. And a lot of times it didn't go well.
No,
it didn't go well. And a lot of times because I think what happened is they weren't probably paying the contractors like the normal wage, and the contractor would not treat them in the normal way, and they would get shoddy work. They would be rushed through it, all that stuff. You guys don't do it that way.
We don't.
You're a little different.
We're very different.
Very different. He's very different. Well, his last name's Fellin, so
me personally and the company.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at our inception, the owner of the company saw that aspect of the home warranty company sending out. They either send out their own technicians that are on the payroll of the home warranty company, or they contract and send folks out, still kind of on the payroll of the home warranty company. Owner of our company said, that's not great for a homeowner. Let's let the homeowner choose their own licensed contractor in the event of the claim.
Awesome.
So, case in point, maybe you have a dishwasher problem and your cousin's a licensed plumber. Call them and get them in. That's the criteria, is that they're licensed. It's not a big criteria at all. We don't follow them up or check them out or anything like that. Homeowner brings them in. They start the claim with us first. We'll give them a claim number. Hey, bring your contractor in for a diagnosis. Have them call back with that diagnosis. And then based on what their licensed contractor conveys to us is what we base denial or approval on. Yep. And it just works so much better for the homeowner because they have someone that they may know personally, have used before, or just even a contractor they haven't used. Your contractor you're bringing in, they want to do a good job for you normally because they want you to refer them to other folks, use them again. So the quality of workmanship, number one, is superior. Safety and security of who's coming to your home. Response time. That's one of the complaints I hear from agents is like, your competition is telling my air conditioning customer in August here that it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks till they can come out and even look at the problem. For now, open your windows. They that's not
an option for me.
That's not acceptable. What do you think, Hugo?
No.
You want to hear that today?
No.
Open your windows?
No.
So if your contractor tells you that, you have the freedom to call somebody else. The pool of contractors that the competition has been working through has gotten smaller through COVID because contractors have been in really high demand and been pulled away and paid more money. So the choose your own contractor aspect with us is really...
That was huge. When I heard that the first time, I think it was at a Keller Williams meeting or something we had down, a regional thing. And when I heard that, because that was always my biggest complaint, was that, you get some person, you don't know who they are. And the other thing is, too, is if you already have a relationship, like you said, with an HVAC person, now you're bringing somebody completely different in there, doesn't know the unit, doesn't know what they did last time to it. It just never made sense to me, But I think that's awesome. That's a big one. Now, here's another thing. I want to use it again next year. Can I renew it?
Yeah, we want them to. So that's why That's why we also carry an A+ Better Business Bureau accrediting, the only major out there that has that.
Yeah.
We get there by, number one, doing the right thing, and that's stand behind our coverage. If it fits the criteria for the claim, we approve it and pay out to help that homeowner out. And with the choose your own contractor aspect, that helps push our numbers up because they have good experience with that to use people, like you said, somebody you know.
Well, then they can't complain about the contractor.
And then they can't complain about the contractor because
takes that out.
You picked them.
Yep, exactly.
So we want them to renew at the end of that year if they had us going through a real estate transaction.
Yeah. For sure. Very cool. Yep. And it's is it just like you're re-upping? I mean, is it the same kind of cost? Is it more expensive?
So we'll reach out to them as they're getting towards the end of their year term. The prices end up going as direct to consumer with us. So our prices at that $499 or the $535 or $695, they're discounted to go through the real estate transaction.
Gotcha.
Past that, they do get higher. Okay. I don't have exacts on it, but it's not astronomical.
Yeah,
it's really
that's like the starting fee is a little different.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not bad.
A fair amount of people do renew.
So, you can use your own contractor. What else sets you aside from your competition?
Ease of doing business.
Okay.
For the homeowners, our claims process is very easy. Whether they call it in through our 800 number and start the claim, or do it online. For agents, also, I have great reviews about how easy it is to place orders with us, to get their invoices for title and for clients. We have a great working portal for agents to work through that they can do everything through, put an app on their phone and do a lot of it that way as well.
Yeah.
So our prices being very competitive, and really how inclusive our list of standard coverage, especially for buyers, is. There's a lot of tools in our toolbox, especially in today's market where, for agents, we're watching out for some of their E&O air and emissions deductibles.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day.
Yeah. The value for the sellers, it's big. Some will say, wow, why would you put a warranty on a listing? It's going to sell in a couple of days. Well, once I understand them as much value, risk management, potential more revenue for that seller, get them out of that transaction more so, easier with the no home inspection if they desire it, which a lot still are. It just a lot built into it.
Yeah, amazing. One other question real quick. So once the claim is okayed and everything's good, how do they get compensated? Is there a check they get in the mail? Is it like how does that happen?
Yes, good question. So we do have the capacity to pay the contractor directly by credit card over the phone.
Oh, great.
If they're set up to do that.
Yeah.
Normally we pay to the homeowner, and we try to have that, again, keeping things moving, do it in a really prompt fashion. So once we know everything's been completed, have a check in that homeowner's hand within 2 weeks once the repair's been done, so they can keep that contractor in their 30-day payment window.
Awesome. That's amazing. Now, how do we get in touch with you and for questions or anything else like that? How do we get in touch with you?
Yeah, so agents certainly reach to me. My cell number is 484-460-6615. Homeowners are best to call our 800 number, which is 1-800-648-5006, and our folks inside can help you with any questions you might have.
Should they mention that they heard it through you? I mean, is that a good thing to do?
They can. It's not going to change anything.
Yeah, okay.
But please love the opportunity to do business with you.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming in, man.
Thanks
I really appreciate it. Awesome. There we go. The home warranty, I'm going to say guru. He knows everything about home warranties. Let's just put it that way. So that was amazing. So if you're not getting an inspection on your house or the house you're purchasing, you might want to consider getting a home warranty because it's going to cover you for the first year. And if you need to do that, you want to call Matt Fellin here. He will get you all hooked up. And if you have any questions, you can always contact me too, and I'll help you out. All right, that's about it. See you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Are your kitchen and bathroom remodels a little overdue? Well, now's your chance to call First Response Contracting. John Sellers will take care of you. 484-256-7136. They do residential and commercial, and they're licensed and insured. Give them a call at 484-256-7136.